Believe it or not, I win P-Posit. Rats less than 3. No.
Puzzles. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Puzzle time! I doctor today, so I will be doing no witnessing, only vibes. You can witness without seeing me. You can witness the babbling of someone solving a puzzle. Because that's how it happens. That's just how it happens. But hello. How is everybody doing today? Are you guys having a good day? Are you guys having a decent week? Have you caused any problems this week? If the answer is yes, don't tell me what problems you've caused. Stories will be like, oh, do you know Slorp? They do that, though. I've caused some problems. That checks out for you, Super. Thursday. Close, Minty. Close. Just a couple days off. But it's fine. Of last week, still a couple days off, but it's fine. This comes from real interaction at a furry convention. Slorp is real. No, I completely believe it. Hi, Imperio. Welcome back. I played Miku the entire day on Blast while driving for 2+ hours. That sounds actually pretty decent. I hope you did not cause problems on the road. Don't tell me if you did. I gave Soup a Glock and he went around terrorizing people and making me lose my shit laughing. That checks out for Soup. That checks out. Tuesday does not exist? No, Tuesday is today. Wednesday was canceled because of a scheduling issue. I will never... Okay, I'm opening up the puzzle game now. Are you guys ready for puzzles? Let's do puzzles. Bye, Minty. Have safe drive. It's puzzle. Oh. Pause the music. Open this. Nope. Pause the music. Open this up. Hit OK. And then hit. Beep. And then try to remember where I've left all of my settings. You. Aha. Hello, everybody. I don't remember what we were supposed to be doing here. But now I feel like the game's too quiet today, and I don't know if that's just a me thing or if the game is actually quieter today. So now we must do a test in which I open up this, and then I turn it up, and then I regret it immediately. Okay. Boop. Yeah, it was quieter today. Weird. I don't know what I did to my computer. He solved no puzzles. Sorry. Okay. Cars' effect on culture. I hate them. Whoa, colors. No. How? Huh? I don't understand what's happening with this color puzzle with the white and the yellow and the black and the purple and the blue and the red, so I'm leaving. I'm walking away. I'm leaving. You're just as scary. I don't want to touch you. There's a door here though. If I open up this, can I go inside? I should focus. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go over here because back over here somewhere is a boat that also had a map of the island, and I want to look at it again. Where's the boat? Where was the boat? Was it over? Is it down? No, it's not over there. Where was the boat? I love the noises in this game. It's a very good game. There's a hole in the ground there. Stick bug! It's not a real stick bug, but it's a stick bug in my heart. Someone play the stick bug music over that inside of your head. You've been stick bugged, chat. Ooh, there's lanterns down there. Why can't I jump off of the sides of cliffs in this game? Why am I stuck to following paths and not just jumping off the sides of cliffs for fun? No, I don't like that puzzle right now. I've decided I quite hate that puzzle right now, so I'm going nowhere near it. Let me jump off of the sides of cliffs. Me when I remember I have to stay on the pavement. It's stupid! Flower! Okay. I saw a flower, I'm happy now. Weep! Okay. We're not solving any puzzles over here because I think all the ones over here have been solved, except for something. I'm not asking questions today. There's a puzzle up there that I want to get to. Nope, focus. We're focusing. Okay, hi boat, you have a map. Nope. 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 Okay, so we're gonna look at this for a second. Okay, so of mechanics in this game, it looks like there is 1, 2, if I sit here like this, will you let me just look at you? No, okay, never mind. We're gonna have to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish? I don't know if those are related. 9. I don't know how many this is. There's a lot of areas happening here. The windmill has something to do. We solved this gate puzzle. That's what that beam of light over there is. We solved that one. The place that we are now is this. I don't know what this is, but that's there. You know what? Let's see if we can figure out what is happening here. What's down here? Oh. Oh, that's right. I saw this and then I got upset because it was... I didn't like the fact that it was there. I didn't like it. Okay, let's see if we can do this. If we do this and then this and then this, does that count as a solution? No. Why not? Why is that not a solution? Do you want me to... Do you want to be sectioned off? That doesn't work. Hold on, hold on. What do you want? What do you want, puzzle? No. I want tacos? Damn, tacos do sound good though. I've contained it. Okay. Well, there's 2 puzzles here. Do they have the same solution? They can't, right? That'd be silly. That doesn't count. Okay, what do you want? You want a T shape and you want a 3 tall shape. And I don't know the rules for you. You are something that evades me. This is why I need to look at the map. Okay, let's look at the map again. Where are the shapes located? The shapes are located in the Firewatch Tower to the south of mangrove trees. And if we're at the north, that means they're that way. So let's go on an adventure. Let's go find the shapes. I want to do, I guess, the introductory puzzle to it, except there's also something over here, and I want to look at this now. What are you doing? Oh, God. Wait, if I... Does this count? That counts? Okay. There's only one start. I think we need to come over here first. And then do this. See? Whoa. You ever find a garage and get scared of the garage and also the sounds are too loud? Hold on, I'll turn them back down. I forgot that it's like so quiet and then so loud at the same time. Oh, a door. Man, I sure hope this door is useful. Oh, why is that door there? What happened there? Why does this dude have a bird on his arm like that? Oh, where'd this door go? Oh, uppies. Oh, is this how we get up here? Interesting. Well, now I can get up here more easily. Will I remember that's there? Absolutely not. But that is okay. Okay. Let's go figure out what's happening down here. There's a thing over there too. I don't know what's happening in this place. How did I wind up here? Is that the real puzzle? Is puzzling out how I got here? What'd this do? I wish to ascend. I have ascended. I don't understand the point of this. Do I go here? No. Do you want me to touch the box that you're near? No. Do you want this? Do you want me to avoid the thing? Oh. If that's on there... Do I have to... what? Okay, the little triangle symbol means that I need to avoid one of the dots in the dot solving problems? Hi, Devil. What? Does it matter which one? Does it just matter that I'm missing one? Like if I do this... and I skip that one... why doesn't that one count? Do I need to skip? What do you want me to skip? Yeah, that one? The one that's closest to you? Okay. How does this work? Video game? Hi, Bert. Hello. I like that little spinning rat. I don't know what this game wants from me. What if there's several that are equidistant from you, video game? Huh? What do I do then? Try? Probably. Sure. There's no triangle now. Will there be surprise triangle when I look later? How the fuck does this work? Can I leave that one? No? Okay. I have to go this way. I can't go up that way because I'll end up skipping this one. Okay, what if I... okay. Help. Okay, what if I... no. Do you just want to be in the same... do you want to be in the same space? Is that what you want? Do you want to be in a little bubble? If I put you in there? Okay, so I'd still need to grab that one. Or did you want that one to go away? I'm very confused. What if I take... there you go. You're in a bubble together. We're just gonna assume they wanted to be in a bubble together. Why can't I jump off of this? This is a 2-foot drop. I hate this game. Okay. Here you go. What did that do? Does this rise to the heavens now? Does this not rise to the heavens? Do I need to... Oh. Why is there a puzzle in the shadows? Bird! Cutie patooties. That door's locked. This is a puzzle. Incorrect. Do you want to be with the green ones? Do you... I feel like I need a better hint. If I just cut that off? No. Do you want to be with everybody? No. Yes? What? What's this? Oh god. Okay, I just keep finding more colored puzzles. Someone help me. I feel like every time I look over, I just find a new puzzle and I don't know what to do with it. Can I... What if I just do this? You want the... Okay, you want the purple ones. I guess? Sure. Why is there a puzzle in the shadows? What's happened here? Okay. Is this what do you want to just have that one? No, you don't like that. What about this? Yes. Okay, so you only want one red dot, but you want to be with the green dot, so I need to enclose the three of you into a bubble and then exclude everybody else. This is not a difficult puzzle. This one's not hard. It's just constantly figuring... Okay, now it's gotten difficult. Shit. How do I... Oh no. Hi everybody. Welcome to... I did a lot of work today, and now I'm thinking too hard, and I'm not sure why I thought this would be a good idea, but I did convince myself that this would be a good idea. So I'm here now. Welcome. I can get this one by itself pretty easily if I just do a whoop, and then I could come over here and grab that one, but then I don't know how I do anything over here. Because I'd have to dip down really low. I guess I could also go whoop, whoop. But then how would I grab that? If I do this... And... No. If I do this... And I go... Whoop, I can't grab that one. If I do... Oh! Wait, I've got this. Hold on. I've done it. I've done it! I made a boot. The boot is the solution. Oh god, there's 3 more. Oh god. So how are your guys' days going? Are you guys working on anything cool? Are you guys doing any cool projects? Are you having good days? God damn it, the boot isn't the solution anymore. Boot could still be the solution. The boot's the solution. My semester is almost up. I know, it's gonna be like finals time for quite a while. What do you mean there are 4 colors now? But it's gonna be finals time for a while, because I know that when I was in school, finals in my area started in like May. So we're starting to get to, some things are starting to end, and then it's like a little bit longer for everybody else, and it's gonna suck. What do you want from me, puzzle? If I do that again, but I grab a different color this time over here, does that count? Why does it want the that one? You want that one? You... Okay, so no, you want... You want this one and this one? No, because there's nothing that you want to get rid of. What if I give you this? Will this satisfy what you want, video game? No. If I just give you... If I just give you this? No, you want the other two. 3. You want those 3. Flickering lights. Fortunately not phenomenal day, but enjoying the cozy hours. Hell yeah. I'm excited. Hell yeah, you should be excited. What happens if I just do that? It doesn't want blue? Why did the blue one flicker out? If I cut out these guys. Oh, so it just wanted that one. Which one do you want? It doesn't want that one. Or it does want that one? What if I give you this? Is this... No, that's not okay. What do you want, video game? Okay, now it picks that one. This? Do you want this? What do you want? God knows. Okay. Let's work backwards. This time it was the green one, so it was the smallest number one was the one it wanted. Red here, when there was 2 green, 1 red. 2 green, 2 red, I could do 1 red. I bet this would have worked with 1 green. I bet this would have worked with 1 green. Hold on. Yes, so it just wants all of one color and 1 dot of the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think it matters. So if I do... That works. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to solve it, but that's how we're gonna do it. Can I raise this now? Am I supposed to roll a ball down this? Is that what I'm learning? Where does this wire go? Where does that wire go? Down there. Where's it going down there? But Dad! Hold on. Undo. Raise stairs. How do I convince you to raise the stairs? Can I not convince you to raise the stairs? Would that though? Oh.
What is divine in man is elusive and impalpable,
Bennett Foddy?
and he is easily tempted to embody it in a concrete form, a church, a country, a social system, a leader, so that he may realize it with less effort and serve it with more profit.
This man come from?
The attempt to externalize the kingdom of heaven in a temporal shape must end in disaster. It cannot be created by charters or
Where's that going?
constitutions, nor established by arms. Those who seek for it alone will reach it together, and those who seek it in company will perish by themselves.
Why are we looking for God?
Hugh Kingsmill, 1944.
Bennett Foddy? But like more existential and slightly creepier? Okay. Why did that okay. Huh? T? Which? Carol? 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 Carol, where are you? Hello? Replay. The window's open. Hold on. Yeah, the alerts are... Wait. Carol? Carol, what you doing? I'm about to do something stupid. Hold on. IT, I appreciate you. You're a wonderful human being. I don't know what Carol's doing. Carol's cursed. Dashboard. Carol likes coffee, but she doesn't like tea. So true. Hold on, where is it? Where are my overlays? Is it you? Edit. No. That's not you. You. Edit. Carol, are you alive? Carol! Carol, why didn't you like that? I'm reading it out loud. Rats, my sub refresh is now 2 weeks late. I found a way to cheat the passage of time, but it comes at the cost of missing stream forever. That's okay, we still appreciate you. You're a wonderful member of this community. I don't know why Carol's cursed today. I think she just hates life. I think she just hates life. I also don't know what I'm doing.
Noodles for Carol.
Will that appease her? Okay, it really wants one of the red ones. How do I do this? No, because I can't. Okay, so the way that I have to do this is I have to hit this. I have to hit this U in the middle. But then I need to include that. Or that. Carol, what do you want from me? Technically that included everything. I didn't do anything right. How do I solve this puzzle? Because I can get here. Gee. We're great. Okay. So there's a U in the middle of dots that I have to touch. There's 4 red in the middle, and then there's an L shape in the top right corner. I do not know how the puzzle works. You know what? If I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I am making it up as I go. And I'm afraid of this one even more. Okay, so for the triangle shape, what we understand is that what the puzzle wants is for 1 color and 1 dot to be in it. Which means that I need either all of red or all of green plus 1 red or plus... What if I just cry instead? Hi, Ducky. It's just Minesweeper. It does look like Minesweeper. What happens if I just pretend that she's not real? Spiral my way out of my problems. Okay, I have a U shape. Trying does not solve puzzles. Have you tried? There's too many of that. It would be cool. What if I just scream? I've done that before, it doesn't help. Okay. 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 Hold on. We can get there. We can get here. Middle dot. We need to hit this shape right here in some shape or form. We can't go this way because then we can't get to one of these 2. We could go from up and around. But we either end up here or we end up over here, regardless of what we do. So what if we do this direction? I can't use... What do you want from me? No, it does not like what I have done. If I did... I know it doesn't like that, but does it hate that entirely? It does not like that I missed that one. I scream. Will someone hear it, do you think? Mississippi's explanation rats, do they say they need to encase all red and 1 green? So the way that it works, hold on, we come over here, we come over here, we come to our tutorial puzzles. So, we know that the triangle shape needs to be in a box with the colors. And it cancels out one of them. I'm sorry, you gotta explain it again? No, this is fine. It works for my brain as well. So, for this one, because you might be looking at this one and be like, well, there's equal numbers of green and red. Which one do you pick? It turns out the game doesn't care. So I can encase the greens and the 1 red up here, and those 2 cancel out. Or I can encase the reds and 1 green, and it cancels out and is solved. So equal numbers doesn't matter. I think the only way this one works is if you have 1 of each. Does it work if I only get 1 of each here? No. It wants all of one color and part of another? This one got confusing and I honestly don't know what happened. Does it work if I just do blue and green? Like this? Yes. So like for this one, I excluded that one and I got all of green and one red. Don't ask me how this one works because I don't know. Well, all red and at least one green in the current puzzle. Yes, but don't look at that one. I have another restriction. You have to get the dots because it's still a dot puzzle. If I don't get all the dots, this also counts as... It counts as an ending. But then if I do this, I don't think that counts because that's a spiral and I've encased everything. So I can't do a spiral shape, but I almost end up taking a spiral shape every single time. I can't go down because that means I miss out on one of the dots here. I have to encase that in it as well, so that has to be included. The dots make you take red for sure. Is all green but only one red possible for this? No. Because of the dots. Because I don't think there's a way to do this with only encasing one green. Like, even if I go this way, if I try to do that, I encase 2 greens in here. And that's 3 greens. What if I cry? What if I cry? If I cry, does that solve problems? That's gonna be the same thing again. If I scream and shout and let it all out. That doesn't work. And that doesn't work because I've encased that. Yeah, you have to include the thing in the lower left. And I can't go down all the way. I can't go up all the way because that generally cuts off something. And this way would definitely cut off something. But I have to select all of those. Unless, wait, hold on. Wait. I'm stupid. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Oh my god, I'm stupid. I've just realized it. Where are any of the other of these? Where are the rest of the puzzles? These ones. So technically these raise and lower things. A valid solution to these is 1 dot left. So I can leave one dot. And I have to... Okay, this makes more sense now. Okay, so I can... Can I... No, that doesn't count still, because I'm still stupid. That's fine, though. That leaves options. That leaves options. I don't think that'll count, because that'll count as 3. Wait, that count... No, that count... Oh, no. Okay. Okay, hold on. But that means that we have options now. That means that there are options. all green and one red. I don't know if that's possible still, because I'm still required to take 3 of these. I can take this one and then this one. But I think I always end up touching at least 2 of these. And we need to also include that. So we have to get down there, which I think makes these the easiest ones to miss. No, that doesn't work. Because that's just gonna include everything. I have to actually block off something here. What happens if I do... Oh, it just gets upset at the 3. That's 2. Oh, that's 3. How do I do this? Oh. 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 No? No, you did not like my solution? Why do you not like that one? What is wrong with that one? Would this be more to your liking? No. Why do you hate that one? What do you like, puzzle? What do you like? The way that I was doing it? No, it's not all but one green. The triangle's in the section that has the 4 reds and 1 green. But that's not... it's counting technically here. This is not counting. So do I have to take all of those? There's no physical way to do that, though. Because now those aren't... Does it want me to take all of them? We're doing something stupid. That one didn't blink. You want to be included. Are you upset when I exclude you from the one that's blinking? What do you want? Tell me your secrets. Met Hatsune Miku and Helldivers this morning? Woo, what does that mean? What do you mean you met Hatsune Miku and Helldivers? This is still gonna be wrong. That's right. Exactly what it sounds like? Sounds like confusion to me. video game, I need a concrete answer from you about what you would like out of me, because at this point, I'm just confused. Do you want a solution? Do you want to be a puzzle? Do you want me to cry? I'll cry. No, wait, I was doing this one. It's upset when I do that. Was Hatsune Miku good at Helldivers? That's the real question. I'm like getting somewhere with getting nowhere. Just downloaded 85 Minecraft mods. I'm scared for my computer. I'm scared for you too, Tomato. Are you playing a pre-made mod pack, or are you playing one that you're making yourself? Why doesn't that count? What the hell happened here that this was okay? Why did it flash white? I found one that's analog horror themed. Ooh, I hope you have fun. Does it have that shader pack that makes it look like a VHS tape? Because I do like that one a lot. That's capped. Okay. How do I appease the eldritch god that is this puzzle? That's gonna capture everything. I can't go that way. If I go this way, can't get that. I can't completely enclose it unless I do something stupid. What if I do something stupid? I can't do something stupid because the stupidness doesn't work right here. Because this is the only other thing I can think of where you go meow. Why did that one turn white? Bedroom is on the second floor. My AC sucks in this room, so it is warm. I'm so sorry, Tastic. I've started having to air out my apartment when I get home in the evenings. Why isn't this a valid answer? What if I leave 2 of them? What if I leave 3 of them? Why is that one now a valid answer? Why is this not it? Do the last one again? This one? A lot of things are happening. Because that looks like a valid answer. It's got 4 of those, it's got 1 of those, but it only counts that dot. What if I just ignore all the green ones? What does this mean? This ignores the other rules where I had to keep 1. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why did... My cat's yelling at me. And says hi, everybody. I don't understand what's happening. Also, there's a mini puzzle right here, but I don't know why. Okay, that's lit up there now. I wanna go look at it. The wire goes through there, and then it goes meow. Exactly one step trial and error stage ahead of you, but also not really. It's fine, you're ahead of me. And that is okay. Ooh, half of a puzzle that I don't know how to solve. And the other line goes over there. Okay, I guess we go solve the other puzzle. Okay, do you think I'm wearing a backwards baseball hat or a bucket hat? Because every time I've looked at my shadow, I'm like, that's a baseball hat. But now that I'm looking at the shadow, I think this might be a bucket hat. I think I'm wearing a bucket hat. Standing on the shoulders of giants and eating their elytra. You know what? I'll forgive you. What is this? Can I get onto this? I go... Oh no. Oh, I guess that wouldn't work because I've... You know... Am I going down now? Lowering. I found the best code commit message. This should work until December 2013. This commit was made yesterday. That's fun. This is agonizingly slow. Can I jump off of platforms yet, please and thank you, video game creator? Let me down. Let me down. I'm just aggressively walking at the edge of this, hoping that something will happen, and nothing ever does. Oh, I'm free now. Okay, so this is where the other half of that is, but this has puzzles that I don't understand yet, because this is what this looks like, and I'm afraid of it. And I don't know how to solve that yet. Because I don't know why the T is slightly sideways. Can we talk about you getting Icarus on that Greek tragic characters quiz? Well, nobody was surprised. I don't even think I was surprised. I took it again. I got Orpheus. I don't know what that says, getting Orpheus and Icarus, but it certainly says something about me. Where are the shape puzzles? Oh, the star one's over there too. We're going to the other side of the island. I'm not surprised either, but it's a little funny how well it fits. I just think it was a neat quiz. It was a little bit weird. It makes me want to make quizzes again. I've talked about this before, but I miss Quizilla. Like a lot. Like maybe... No, it's a normal amount of missing Quizilla, but I miss Quizilla. Ooh, shadow puzzles. Oh, wait, this one isn't open. Or requires me to move something? Can I solve other puzzles over here, or do I need to move things? Where did the puzzles go? Solved there, you're solved there. Are you lit? No, you're not lit. You're up here. Your wire's buried in the ground. Oh no, my mortal enemy, a door. Okay. Love when the environment affects puzzles. This entire area is made of shadow puzzles. This one was really funny to me because you go, oh, well, you have to go around this way, but no. You're trying to only avoid the branches, and the only way to avoid all the branches is just to go up in the corner. You know. Okay, let's go back into the castle and go look at those puzzles again. Or maybe we go to the mangrove trees. Maybe we go to the mangrove trees, because I think the other puzzles had shape puzzles and I was getting scared of them. There's just a lot of puzzles here, you guys. Look, big trees. Oh, we were doing the hedge mazes before. We can do the hedge mazes. Puzzles in my puzzle game? Yeah, there's puzzles on top of puzzles on top of puzzles. Infinite puzzles. Okay, so for this one, the solution was based on where there wasn't grass inside of the puzzle. This one's solution over here was just based on where there were and weren't gates for you to actually navigate. So the hedge maze, the path that you take to get to the gate that has the puzzle on it, is the solution to the puzzle. So this one was the grass, so it was walking around and seeing where the grass was, and then mapping that out. Which I don't remember how I did it the first time. All of that gave rise to that answer. So now there's this one, and the only hints I have are the ability that I can now walk up here and look at it, but I don't think that's doing anything for me. And also we know that we can open that eventually, but there's a second part of the puzzle that we need to finish. I'm trying to think what it would be. Is it shadows maybe? Where you can and can't walk in shadow? No, because that doesn't make sense from here. But it's a very open hedge maze. There's nothing in the way. Does the ground always sound different? Oh my god. It's the sound of the ground. If I go this way, it gets really loud. Okay, so immediate right, left. Right? Oh, that's horrifying. I hate it. So, right there. I think it was... How did I do this? Okay. Left. Oh, up all the way and then right. Right. Okay. Wait, I got it. I got it. I got it. So you go, would you? Ta-da! Design of the hedge maze really reminds me of that one game with the barriers and things. I have no idea what game, but does it? I don't remember. Manifold Garden, maybe? Is it about the ground again? No. Ground's not making weird noises. There's no hints out here. It's not making any weird noises. Wait. Is that a real path you can take, though? Wait a second. Okay, hold on. Wait. That one's lying. Okay, so you have to go right. And then you go up. Midpoint. No, I can't. What? Hold on. So if that's the entrance at the left-hand corner there, you can get to the mid. I can go to the right further on this side. And then go up. Over. Oh! What the fuck? Okay, so you have to figure out the marriage between the hedge maze and that one. I didn't like that. There were portals to different puzzle areas. My brain just yelled Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Wait! Talos Principle. Talos Principle. That's the one you're thinking of. I have security, guys. Okay, so we did some of these before. So if you don't understand what's happening here, there's a big grid on the floor, and the big grid and this grid are the same in this one. And then over here, you had the grid, but some of the parts are blocked off oddly, and so you have to figure out how to jump over things and how to navigate it on the floor. And we got all the way over here, and we got this one, but this one was a bitch because you had to actually backtrack because you enter onto this segment of it. And we got through this one, and now we're on to this one. This one has shapes. This is why I left. This one had shapes, and I don't know what the shapes mean. I think I have to leave again. I don't think I can do this still. I think I will crash out if I try to do this right now. Can I leave out here? What's over here again? A boat. The boat still confounds me. The boat has a puzzle on it. Oh, they're the mangrove trees. We need to go over there. So the boat's confounding because if I... Oop. If I come over here, there's a puzzle on it. Or maybe not a puzzle, but a solution? Like, it's got pieces of it. Like, it's... And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I'm scared. Mangrove trees like in Minecraft? Yeah, like in Minecraft. With a really big trunk one right there. I think maybe we go touch those, because I think that's maybe where we learn shapes. Unless there's something over here. Oh, maybe there is something over here. Well, this is certainly safe, guys. I wanna jump in. Okay, I can't jump in. I'm not allowed to jump in. Can I go up here? What's up here? Ooh.
A shipowner was about to send to sea an emigrant ship.
Uh-huh.
He knew that she was old and not well built at the first. That she had seen many seas and climes and often had needed repairs. Doubts had been suggested to him that possibly she was not seaworthy. These doubts preyed upon his mind and made him unhappy. He thought that perhaps he ought to have her thoroughly overhauled and refitted, even though this should put him at great expense. Before the ship sailed, however, he succeeded in overcoming these melancholy reflections. He said to himself that she had gone safely through so many voyages and weathered so many storms that it was idle to suppose she would not come safely home from this trip also.
And then she
He
crashed.
put his trust in Providence, which could hardly fail to protect all these unhappy families that were leaving their fatherland to seek for better times elsewhere. He would dismiss from his mind all ungenerous suspicions about the honesty of builders and contractors. In such ways, he acquired a sincere and comfortable conviction that his vessel was thoroughly safe and seaworthy. He watched her departure with a light heart, and benevolent wishes for the success of the exiles in their strange new home that was to be. And he got his insurance money when she went down in mid-ocean and told no tales.
Oh, so we're committing insurance fraud.
What shall we say of him?
Insurance fraud.
Surely this, that he was verily guilty of the death of those families. It is admitted that he did sincerely believe in the soundness of his ship, but the sincerity of his conviction can in no wise help him, because he had no right to believe on such evidence as was before him. He had acquired his belief not by honestly earning it in patient investigation, but by stifling his doubts. And although in the end he may have felt so sure about it that he could not think otherwise, yet inasmuch as he had knowingly and willingly worked himself into that frame of mind, he must be held responsible for it. William K. Clifford, 1874.
I'm going to be completely 100% honest. I spaced out somewhere in the middle of that man talking. My brain said it's insurance fraud and then left. No other thoughts were necessary. Oh, ladder. Not the ladder. The drawbridge. Ominous humming thing. Okay. There are puzzles over there. Do you think they teach me how to do shapes? I would like to learn how to do shapes. Hello, mangrove trees. You're very spindly and cool looking. I miss the stick bug already. Can I have the stick bug back? Do you think the game will give me more stick bug if I ask nicely? Where does puzzles start? Over there, maybe? Not over here. Might kick your ass harder instead. Only one way to find out. What? There was a stick bug! How do I start my puzzles? Hello? Hello? That tree burned down. I guess let's go. Oh, I'm not allowed in the tall grass. As we all know, that's where the dangerous Pokemon are. That's why I'm not allowed in there. Definitely not because it's the water or something. Is this a shape? What happens if I do it this way? Nothing. Oh, are we learning shapes? Square. Square. Rectangle. Does this count? Yeah. School. How do I do square? Square? Does it just have to... No, because the shape is... Does the shape have to be inside of the shape? That was a great sentence, me. Does that count? The shape has to be inside of the shape? Shape has to be inside of shape. We're learning shapes, everybody. 2 squares. Huh? If I make a square here, will this count? If I make a this size shape? If I do this again, does... I think I now understand the rules of shapes, everybody. Okay, let's really test and see if I understand the rules of shapes. No, okay, hold on. So it needs to be... So it has to be perfect. Okay. I understand the rules of shapes now. If you're confused, let's walk through it together and I will go slower than when I did it so that we can understand it. You see a square? That means a shape. One square? One square. You see more squares? You have to have more squares. Now the shape in the square has to be inside of the larger shape. You can't make the square where there is not the square. You can't make the upside down boot where the upside down boot is not. It doesn't matter what other shapes are on top of this screen. As long as the upside down boot is contained, you can do other shapes on top of that. Now, once you have that under control, two shapes means you need two shapes, right? Wrong. Two shapes mean the two shapes must be contained within the thing. They don't have to be clearly dissected. They can be combined. We're doing addition. So two separate squares can also be one rectangle. One tiny boot and a square can be a big square. A square in a tiny shoe can be a domino. And that's true regardless of placement. It doesn't matter that this one is here, as long as that shape is contained within it. This goes even for this. It does not have to be right where that shape is as long as it's contained within that container. So like this one, the square is right here. The three long is up here. The three long shape is in the square, but because the shape is inside of the container, it works. And the same goes for this. This one was harder to figure out because this shape is right here in the top left and the square is down in the bottom right. So you have to make a container that fits both of those shapes. I get it now. I understand how shapes work. I don't understand the tilted ones. I think maybe tilted shapes mean that tilted shapes mean something. I don't know what this means. How do I make that in the middle? I can do that. That doesn't work for that. Okay, so you're fine. And you need to cry. That doesn't work for that. We're really testing out shapes. Any direction, maybe? Horizontal or vertical? Maybe? Okay, so we know that these two need to be like this. Because that's how you get those containers. How do I do the container for this? Because if I do this, this won't count, I don't think. Can it be any... What if I'm wrong? Can it be up here? What if I do this? No. Where do you want your shapes? What if I do this? Oh, because that doesn't work, because that doesn't look right. Because if I try to do this, I don't think that'll work. No, because that one wants a horizontal one. Okay, so we know this. We have to do this, or we can do this. How do I give you the shape that you want? Can I give you the shape that you want? No. Because I can't cut off that entire thing in the middle. Without screwing up other things. Putting you in a box. Hey, did you already figure it out? Am I just looking silly now? That doesn't work. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. How does this work? For your math skills? Subtraction. I'm stupid! Oh my god, I'm stupid! I remember how math work. Where am I going? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It's fine. I'm good. Hi, Tomato. We've learned shapes. The shapes have to go in the shape. The shapes can be combined with other shapes to make bigger shapes, so I've made a sideways T. Or a sideways peepus. It's all about perspective. Why is the water... what? I don't think this biome is very happy. Is this the Nether? This is the Nether. Okay. Well, I found my nemesis, which is a gate. Mangrove's a Nether, but it's got the blue warped and the red crimson. This is the Nether. Welcome to Minecraft, everybody. Are you excited for shapes? I'm excited for shapes. E. Was that too many? One, two. Oh, that was too many. Hold on. I got this. I got this. I don't got this. It's fine. Oh, never mind. I am really bad at puzzles right now. I got it. Okay, so now it's the same puzzle? That's the same puzzle. Same puzzle. Same? Smaller map. Smaller grid. Shit. Hold on. It has to go like this. The technical solution is that. So this is the shape that we have to do somehow to combine everything. We need an H. But we have to do it in a way that lets us get to that exit? Which I don't think is possible. No, because this isn't gonna work. Okay, so hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the only squares that don't need to be included. We can divvy up space. But we have to make sure that it comes back to this. Like, I could do this, but then I get a weird backward C, and that doesn't work. Love seeing your thought process through the cursor. I am panicking. This does nothing. That does nothing. This is a technical division I can make, but that doesn't help. That still doesn't help. I can't turn that. It has to be in this orientation. We have to skip over those two pieces. Because of the placement of where the shapes are on the board. There's nowhere else where they could go. The only dividing points we have are this line and this line, so I could technically do something there or something. No, I can't do this. It'd have to be a clean line straight through, and that won't work for other things. The cleanest division line I have is right there. But if I try to go around things, that doesn't work. Hi Mindy, welcome back. I hope you had a safe drive. Eh? Okay, so this line has to happen. It can either go up into this or it can go down and around. So our entry points are right there or right there. Because there's no way of dividing this up in a way that makes sense, because you can't do anything like this and it would count. It doesn't count at all. So it has to be straight up or straight down. So right there or right there. Which means that how do I do that? Is that physically possible? Was chatting about Frankenstein? Yeah, but what about Frankenstein's monster?
Gaming.
Gaming. Welcome to Puzzle Day, What do you mean? Okay. None of this makes sense and everything is fake. Because you have to do this. You have to do this. So how do I cut those out, making it make sense? You'll never guess who Tiff and me played DBD with today. Was it Hatsune Miku? Also Minty, big number day. Hermit? Oh, that's better. If it had been Hatsune Miku, that would have been silly. Nothing makes sense and everything is fake is an interesting line to turn back into. The shapes are fake, devil. This is the shape we need to make. We can divide along that line and we can divide in the middle right there. That still doesn't work. Trader, I'm feeling fairly silly. How do I make the thick H? How did I get here? what am I doing with my life? What is the point of anything? This doesn't work because that makes a backward C. Why wouldn't that work? Because I need to... So if we look back at the previous puzzle, when you make the shapes have to be distinct. So we have 4 blocks here, 4 blocks there, 4 blocks there. Super easy here. Over on this side, the blocks that we need are in this exact shape. This is the H of solving the puzzle. And the solution is up here. I can't reach it like it right here. So I have to cut out these two in a way that only divides along the lines that make sense for the shape. So I can divide right there, and I can divide right there. I don't know what I'm doing. What if I just cry? No one's happy. This can't be the solution. Makes those two happy, but it does not make that happy. That still can't be the solution, because that makes everything unhappy. So I have to end up there, but how do I end up there in a way that makes sense? Ugh.
Unthimes your zone.
Have a good time zone time. I feel like the answer is right in front of me and I can't see it. I'm gonna scream. I can't rotate the blocks. I can't. I think Trader should bite the... Did somebody just say I should bite the puzzle? You know what? That's fantastic. I too think I should bite the puzzle. Can I do other shape puzzles? Am I locked into this one? Other shapes. Hi, other shapes. How are you? How do I solve you? God. Wait, that doesn't work. Huh? What? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This doesn't work. You have to go 1, 2, 3 for both of these. And the 4 is right here. Because technically a legal solution... Well, I can't do it. But technically a legal solution would be going up through here and going over there. What is happening? Is it just these? Am I going insane? The shapes aren't shaping anymore, everybody, and I don't like it. Because that has to be the bottom piece, so... Who broke my puzzles? What happens if I do... Nope, that doesn't do anything. What is happening? Why are my puzzles not puzzling anymore? Who fucked up the puzzles? Guys, who fucked them up? Who fucked up the puzzles? I get it. I'm gonna throw you into the ocean. I'm gonna throw you into the nether over here. The sun? Okay. The sun fucked up the puzzles? I don't like it here. Can I make them different shapes? No. This doesn't make sense. If I do this, is that one fine? Okay, so if I do that, that's fine. But that's fucked up now. I think today's the day Ether gets banned. Probably. Hey Whip, welcome in. Because this feels like it should be the solution. Because then you have 1, 2, 3. Do I need to do... What am I doing? The whole thing is angry. If I do this part, it's fine with it. So I know that that's still legal. If I do this, that's legal for that. I physically can't make that shape right there. Doesn't like overlap? No. Are shapes like addition but not subtraction? I can't do this shape. What happens if I just do this? Everybody's unhappy. Am I going insane? A little bit? Okay. I can't get down to there. Can't get to anything over there. I can't get to the other shapes. The shapes may kill me. The shapes may kill me. Shape. Oh my god, I'm an idiot! I see the shape! I see the shape! I see the shape! Nope, it doesn't count! God damn it, it's close though! It's something about doing like that. Get you to do the shapes that I need you to do. Because you can cut them out in weird ways and it's still technically legal. God damn it. I do love going, I'm going to talk about Frankenstein and gender identity, especially modern retellings, and then proceeds to say which stories/movies I'll be using. My father, how are you going to use Young Frankenstein? Well, it wasn't on the list, so sadly I'm not using it. It doesn't talk shit about gender in any way I can use. No, but it talks about werewolves. How do you work? Okay. They're wolves. Their castle. Puzzle, I need you to speak with me. On some sort of level. They're wolves. Gender. Can you do 2 up, 3 across, 2 down, and you bend into the solution? I'll take the hint, but in general, please don't give me solutions. You said 2 up, 3 across. 2 down, 2 down? No. So the reason the shapes need to be defined. So it has to be, like in this one, it has to be that shape in that configuration because of where that one is. And this shape in this configuration because of where this one is. And this shape in this configuration. The entirety of the blocks that need to be defined here is this funky H. The only legal cutoff points are right here, 3 across, and down this side. So like, this is a legal move that will get us that one. And there has to be some weird way of cutting it that I can get the shape I need. Because like, that's really close. I just need to be able to cut off that. And then it would technically be the legal solution. But I have no way to do that. However, as per rule, every time you do that, I allow Ether to say 1D's nuts. Oh, that's right. Every time Tastic uses Ether S, Ether gets to say 1D's nuts joke. If he's here and paying attention. I hate this. 1D's nuts. Okay. This is technically illegal. Hi, Magma. This is technically legal for those two, but it doesn't work for him. I don't think there's a good way I can get in and cut off that piece. I can't go back on my thing like that. This doesn't work. I need a better shapes tutorial. The shapes tutorials are getting difficult and I don't understand why. Is this technically legal? No, nobody's happy there. Why is nobody happy there? What happens if I do... I can't do that. What happens if I... Would be happy there. Is there some sort of way that we can bend this about... I understand what was tripping me up here. I will explain this. So when you make a container, so this side right here is the container can contain all of the shapes no matter where they are placed. That was what was tripping us up here because this makes it feel like it shouldn't be that. So because we have 1 4 across and 2 3 verticals, 2 3 verticals right here, 1 4 across. Technically the way that works. Now they've taken that solution away from us here. So we have to include that and these, but we need 1 4 across and 2 3 verticals. So here, I think you could... No, that wouldn't work because this will make it angry. You need... I have a stupid solution. I don't know the direction that I have to go for the solution, but it technically I don't think this works in any universe, but like, oh no, it totally should. Hold on. Right here. Have a good night, Crisis. So shape can be anywhere? Shape can be anywhere as long as the container that holds shape holds the actual shape too. So like for this one, we need a 4 vertical, and we have a 2 dot, and we have a 1 dot. The 4 vertical has to be up here, though, which sucks. How do I do that? So 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to be these 4. So we're locked into that shape. I have a stupid idea.
Hello, Twader and
No.
Rats. Did you know that the Cha-Cha slide is 25 years old this year?
Hi, Ibit,
We
did
used
you
to
know that
dance to
shapes
at our middle
happen?
school dances, man. WTF.
Ibit, did you know that the shapes are happening? Did you know that the shapes can be anywhere within the container as long as the shapes are shaping? I think I'm too far gone to be scared of the Cha-Cha slide fact. I'm here. I'm in the shapes. I don't want to be in the shapes. I don't like it here in the shapes. Can I just leave that one in the middle? Shrek is younger than Cha-Cha Slide. I figured out that other puzzle.
C Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z Z honk shoe me snore.
Where's the shape? T, if you know this one, can you tell, would you just learn Ziploc? The shapes can shape. The shapes can shape. As long as they're inside the container, the shapes can shape. They can be rearranged. As long as they're within the shape. I'm gonna die. Help. But there's nowhere for the shapes to move. Because I can't divide right there, because that makes the shapes not part of the shape anymore. The shape that they can shape in is here. The shape is here. I'm so confused. What is the goal? See, big dot light up. Big dot go to the corner where the exit is. If do solution right, let you through. If not correct, blink at you angrily. Put them on other sides. And do you know the puzzle? Oh no, you're asleep. No division. Multiplication. Aren't you supposed to like have the shapes inside the lines, or the shapes like hints? No, they have to be inside the lines. So like on this one, the shape is the shapening, and the shape is the shapening. The shape is shaping. Get away from the H. The H is the devil speaking. What do you mean the H is the devil speaking? The H is trying to rig Ziploc. Okay, if we combined the shapes and we put the big one there and then that one there, then I would just need to do this. Except that doesn't work because that has to be in there. So that one has to be in there. Okay, so if we think about this, okay, that goes here. You go up there. Okay. No one talked to me for 2 business days. I'm gonna go cry. What am I doing over here? Let me walk into the water. 2 business days. Technically it's after hours, so the business day starts tomorrow, and then you wouldn't talk to me during the business day on Thursday, and then I'm back again. Boat! I'm proud of you. Would you like a Ferrero Rocher? Yes. Boat. Okay, here you go. Thank you. Is the boat like a Ferrero Rocher? I am here. I somehow missed the star shapes, but that's fine. I think they're in the trees. I don't know how to get into the trees right now. What the hell is happening over here? Why are they reaching for each other? Oh. Okay, well here's the test. Does that mean that I can tilt it? That does mean that you can change the way that it's looking. What the fuck did I do? I made the ground bubbly. Is there another way to do this? Does that do anything different? Why is there a generator going? Can I go into the box? I have problem? What's the problem? Is it me? Am I the problem? Phone is about to die and the charger could be anywhere on this planet right now. Well, good luck finding it. We will miss you, T, while you find your charger. But definitely prioritize getting your phone charged. Are you gonna lock in there? No. I have your charger. I needed it. Crisis. Crisis, you're causing a crisis, Crisis. Oh, do you just spin forever? Whee! Are we gonna stop here? Oh, apparently. I want... Oh, Oh, I have to have the black square? Okay. Well, what if I... I forgot how to draw shapes. Hold on. Nope, you didn't like that. Okay. Why aren't the shapes shaping anymore? Are we not allowed to shape the shapes? Are shapes illegal now? What happened? I can't do... How do we do this? I fear repo is becoming my phasmophobia. Why are you fearing that? That sounds like something to enjoy. Okay, everybody disliked that. No? What are you not liking about my shapes? Do you just not like them? You hate whimsy? No? You don't hate whimsy, you just hate me. Good luck, T. We'll miss you. I love doing logistics in the middle of the night because I'm concerned about tariffs. No, it's fair to be concerned about tariffs. I've seen a lot of people get fucked over by it. I saw somebody in... I don't like Shein for obvious reasons. But I talked to somebody today who was like, I bought something off of Shein without thinking about it. And now I'm paying $100 in tariffs for a $20 purchase. Which is kind of insane. Okay, I want the blue and black back. Please. Okay. It's not a fun time for anybody, and we'll see if the tariffs actually come to be or if we push them off again. I also am wondering if what's gonna happen to TikTok in like mid-June. Okay, I need to be on the blue one. Used market is about to be crazy. Yeah, actually though. Okay, let's go think about shapes again, everybody. Are you guys ready for shape time? I'm not. I'm ready to cry. You don't want to know how much my new pins cost me and what their tariff price would be? I'm so sorry, Tastic. So now is the time to sell all your old shit, I guess? Unironically, yes. If you have old shit you want to sell, you can make a lot of money right now. However, don't fuck over people. I see it. Maybe. Do I see it? I kind of see it. I almost see it. Except I need to include that so I don't see it. Just kidding. I thought I saw it, but I don't. How does this work? I can't get those two to connect, and I can't get this one to connect. What if I just cry at it? I think I'm back to crying at the puzzles, guys. I don't think this is a helpful solution, but I think it's the one I've got. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 4 down, which has to be up there. Because we can't get this one to connect because it's 2, so it could stretch there. That one can't go anywhere. How the hell do you do that? Because that won't count for anything. How do you make a square? How do you make squares, guys? Scared that a whole bunch of pins I was going to get from Pintopia thing through BackerKit will end up costing like 3 times more than I expected due to tariffs now. Yeah, that is something to be aware of depending on where your things are going. Can you use corners? What do you mean by use corners, Tomato? Ads are about to start, but keep typing your thing. See many cursed squares. Like block the squares in a corner. So the shapes have to be within the container. So we're constrained by what the container shape can be. So for this one, we have a 4 vertical. The 4 vertical can be in that corner. It can be up there, but there's nowhere for it to stretch to from there. Technically, I think there is a way to make it work, but I can't get this shape into that shape. Like, in the proximity of, even using this one. Because, like, technically, if this one was, like, 1 over, I could make a little foot out of it. And it would count as the one shape. So this right here would technically count for the 2 wide and the 4 tall. But because it's over there, it doesn't count because this shape has to be within the shape to make it count. So you can't shove it into the corner, you have to touch it. So if there was a way to get these to touch, the only problem is that there's 3 prongs. So if we could somehow line it up right here, there's 1, 2, 3 prongs that don't work. Because we only have space really for 2 prongs from these. So if we can figure out how to turn this into a 2-prong shape, we could make it happen. But I can't find it. Because you also have to block off that one, and I can't figure out how that works in a way that works, because it doesn't work. Can't wait for developers to start having to actually optimize shit because we can't get cutting edge silicon, which honestly is going to be a nice change of pace if it happens. Yeah, there's a lot of ifs happening there. Okay, how can I do this? Can't do that. No. I keep going for it, but it won't work. So if I do this instead, we can get those 2, but it's that one that's killing me. That won't work because that's gonna fuck everything up. This section is useless to me. I'm already aware of that. There's no way that I can use that in a way that will make sense. So we can just pretend that it doesn't exist. If I could do something like this kind of shape, that'd be fantastic, but you can't do that kind of shape because that's too many prongs. This is technically the most viable shape for what I want, but it's impossible because that guy's over there. I kind of want to pull up MS Paint. I'm taking a screenshot. We're getting MS Paint. Hold on, this will take a second. Here, you can have back your music, though, while we sit here and try to solve this. If you put loss in media, I'm not gonna look at it. You can't make me. Copy to clipboard. It's not loss. If I look at this and it's loss, I'm gonna do something. Oh, frog. Sorry, that's not related. There was a frog. That's not a square. Someone fight that person. Okay, hold on. Ta-da! Welcome welcome to MS Paint. Okay. I have a pen now. And I'm gonna use blue. Okay. This is our start point. This is not big enough. Here's our start point. The shapes we can do, this one technically fits into here, this one fits into here, this one can only fit into here. How the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to make that work?
I have pineapple. Pineapple pen.
Okay, thank you. It has to touch all of these squares. Well, not all of these. This one's the only one that's required right here, but it has to be this one and this one, or this one and this one. How the hell? We can't cross over lines? We can't... I'm gonna commit arson. So we either need to do this kind of deal. Well, actually, either way, that needs to be enclosed. So that line has to be there. This line is permanent. Which makes this a no-go. Because we can't round that corner properly. And there's no way to connect this corner up. So this corner is nothing. How the fuck do I get you alone in the middle of everything else? There's no way to properly do that. How the fuck do you work? How the fuck do you work? This one made sense over here. I'm hiding it, but this one made... Nope, nope, that didn't help. It made sense. The shape shaped. There was 4 right here, and then the 3 right there, and the 3 right there, and they all touched. There's no way to make these touch. Because even if I moved this over here, and then I could technically get that down there, the only way I could get that is if I use that, but that's not in the shape anymore, so it doesn't work. Okay. Good news, I know where the charger isn't. Bad news, oh. I mean, technically we can go up here and start. But that doesn't really do anything. So we need... That's cut off. That's a line that we have to draw. Probably like that. So if we have to do it like that, because if we did it this way, we go... I guess we could do it that way. If we did it this way, go this way. You can't use that, so you have to do this. Which means that you'd have to start there, but then how the fuck do you get you? Okay, so if I start here and I go backwards and down, and then I come over here, the world is my oyster. I still have to hit this at some point, but can I now... Can I free you? No, I can't. This is nonsense. It has to be... Target blocks are these that we have to section out. Is there any way that I can connect you to you? If I did 1, 2, beep, 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 beep. No, I can't do that because of you! This is driving me insane. How do I make you work? And then one of these. Scream. Since it's not possible to do corners, is it not safe to assume that any non-edge single must be combined with at least one other set? There's no physical way to combine this. Not with where they are. The only options for this one is something that touches these. This one has to be here. This one has to start up here. Or have this shape. So technically, if you could move this over here, you could make them all touch. The problem is this. There's too many prongs. Even if you ignore this, if we just pretend this one doesn't exist, and you just tried to connect these two, this prong is one too many. There's always one too many prong. Even if you took this one and moved it down here. No, there's no way to make that work. Well, hold on. 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 How do I make that shape work? Like this. I hate myself. Okay. They're all in different corners now, and I'm gonna kill everything. Back to paint. No, I'm gonna do it without paint this time. So you can do this one like this. This is... No, that one's not legal? Why is that one not legal? Why are you upset about this one now? What happened? Do you not like my shapes anymore, video game? Okay, that's legal. You like this shape? Well, no, because that's there. Okay, that one's legal. Is it just this?
Hello, I'm here now.
What if I kill everything? Hi, Zier, welcome in. I'm not committing crime against anything Or any one. You're gonna kill me? No, not you, just something. Shape. Where? Oh, now the shapes are not normal shapes. Oh no. Because this one into that one make a brand, and then that one in blah. I need to just speak a little bit clear. Okay, so this one makes a whole 9 by 9 or a 3 by 3. This is 9. This makes a cube because that's a diagonal. That's a diagonal. The blant blant thing where it's 2 up and then 1 a little bit over, plus the 1 makes a upside down boot, and then we've got the 4 across. This one fills me with anger. Hold on, we'll figure it out. Let's think this through. This is two. I don't like this one. I don't like this one at all. Okay, so we need 3 across and 3 down. And then we have a 2. So if we do 3 across and 3 down, and then we put the 2 there. No, 3 across, 3 down. Wah, wah. And then we need to have the 2. And then we need to have a 3 somewhere in here. That doesn't count. Hold on. So the 3 across, 3 down can go there. 2 across, 2. That doesn't count, I guess. I feel like that had enough squares, though. How far apart do you need to be? I think that's a 2 gap. This should not be the way that you describe a 2 gap. There needs to be another thing there to make sure that that shape makes sense. Okay, so if this is here, and it goes more, and then there's a 2 there and a 2 there, then that means that this... Okay. I can be normal about things, guys. I can't. Okay, so the shape rotates. If the shape is tilted, the shape can rotate. What the fuck does that mean here? Can I have this? Is this illegal? That's illegal, apparently. Oh, well, there's also an extra space there. So I screwed that up. So if I instead... No, I can't do that. If I do this... And then this... That's illegal. So they both need to face that way? I see it. I don't see it. Okay. Hi, return. Hi, return. I'm lost and confused. If I did this, would one of them be satisfied? No, because they're both in there. So if I did this, would one of them be... Okay, so you can rotate. You can rotate. How far can you rotate? I can't test that. I can't test that. That's interesting. Okay. We need the MS Paint again. Hold on. I need MS Paint. I need help. Hi everybody. Would you like your music back? Here's your music. Copy to clipboard. Boop. Okay, so now MS Paint. And now I grab blue. I get big brush. Okay. So we know that this shape can go whamp whamp and whamp whamp. We don't know if it can do the whole rotation. But we know that it needs to hit these two squares, so they need to be involved in our rotation somehow. So that's 2 out of our 8 collective boxes needed. This is blocked, this is blocked. Purple. So we could get this, because that'll be that one, so that'd be 1. And then nothing else makes sense. So maybe we can't do that. So what if we started up here and we did but then, no, because we can't bring it back around right there because we block right there. So we can't do that shape. What if I just did this? Because then we dying makes you trans. What? Should I be worried about you guys? Should I be worried about me? I hate this game. I hate this game. Okay. I'm turning off the music again. No more music, only puzzle solving noises. Shape in the middle of the shapes. Wait, how do... Oh, God. Okay, wait. Can I... No. I can't do that. Because you... Oh, no. Where do we put... What? Hold on. Huh? Shape. I can't make it the corner right there. I can't... I could... I don't think... Because I can't get through there. I can't go around this to make it the shape right there. If I tilt it... I can't make it this because I'd have to go up and around and then over there. If I make the tip of that shape... Oh, I can make that one. Found it. Oh, Crisis is having a time. To be honest, I'm also having a time, but it's fine. It's very ironic to me that Crisis is having a crisis about shapes. Okay, all the shapes rotate now. 4 down. Foot. Oh no. Okay, hold on. So... it needs to touch this square. And we need to have a boot touching here. We need to have that. Could I somehow... Can I have this? No, I can't because I can't go up there. But technically that would count because diagonal and then it'd have the 1, 2, 3... Nope. That doesn't count. Where was I trying to go there? Somewhere. Does Danny Phantom is trans? I feel like I don't know what to do with that. Technically, Danny Phantom isn't fully dead? Non-binary. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I make all of you touch? I don't want to break out the drawing supplies already, but I almost need to. But I have to include that. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? It's right there. I see the answer. I could see it, but I don't know how to draw it in a way that the game will not get upset with. 'Cause it's that. No, it's not. It's that. By this definition, brain-dead patients are non-binary. Oh god. Trans superposition. Oh god. Non-binary on the technicality that you can exist as dead or not dead. I mean, technically. Makes all the ghosts who never died but are alive a gender. Anyway, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting confounded by shapes and you guys are getting confounded by ghosts. I guess. If a ghost possesses someone, oh god. Ghost? Hi T, not T. Well, hi T, you're here too. Hi Clover. Were you doing Ziploc? We got distracted. The shapes! Oh wait, this one could be sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I just do... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I do this one for that, and then that there. So you go... No. Because that's not in there, because I'm smart. Hold on. Technically would work. Okay. How do I get you here? If I use this, get that there, and then this, and then this, and then this. Okay, so for anybody that can't see the shape, this is the little corner piece. This is the 4 piece. This is the boot. It also looks a little bit like an upside down penis, but we won't go there. Okay, so now I have a diagonal piece. A 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a tall boot. Tall boot look like this. Tall boot tall. And the other Tetronimo. I'm glad we're having this conversation about becoming trans, but my autism wants to know how to become trans. Yeah, just change your name to Thomas. On topic of floating point, I had to physically resist the urge to explain floating point to my therapist today. You know, it happens. How do I get over there? How do I do this in a way that makes sense? If I have a diagonal piece, I can do a diagonal jump to just about anywhere. Can I, in that case, if I put the diagonal here, so that I could jump up here and then have that corner, then I could have this. I have that? Is that acceptable? Video game? Yes. Okay, so here's the L. Here's the diagonal. Here's the little T thing. Determined to write about how Victor Frankenstein is a mother with vague postpartum depression / contending with child loss and how making Victor a man subverts gender expectations and therefore puts him on level of playing God instead of just creation slash birth. But God, would it be so fucking easy to write about Frankenstein with the rise of AI and fears around modern science and androids? There's a lot of things to talk about here. What's a floating point? Computer scientific notation. Oh, okay, nerd shit. Accurate. Very accurate. Okay, so I have this piece which I cannot change the shape of. And then I have 2 boots. Can I... No, because that doesn't work because that's over there. Actually, yes it would. Hold on. Am I a genius? I've figured... Guys, I understand shapes now. The shapes are shaping now. Oh god, never mind. The shapes are no longer shaping. Okay, so I have a 3 corner. And then I have a bop bop bop. And a bop bop bop. And then I have a beep. And I have to get all of them to touch. Okay, so if you have this open, you're already touching
Rats
2
less than
things.
3, then you bleep blop.
And then you bloop bloop. And then you cry. Oh my god, I see it. I don't think I can do it, but technically... No, that doesn't work. Hold on. Where was I going with that? Okay, so there's the diagonal. If you have whip whip, and you have whip... No. Whip whip, no. Hold on. I'm getting there. Give me a second. Let me cook. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out where I am by figuring out where I'm not. Okay, so if you do this... No. What if I turned it this way? Does it make my brain happier? I need... hold on. I need this, and I need it to be in here so that I can draw on it. I need to be able to draw. Welcome to drawing time with me. Brush. Okay. Brush. Big brush. Okay. If I start this here, then I can take this, and then I can go. How do I get you? I go weep weep weep, and weep wop boop, wop, weep boop. No. Maybe I need to flip it. Beep, beep beep beep, weep weep weep, weep, weep wop, whoop wop, weep wop, weep whoop wop. I fucked it up. I'm getting there. Hold on. I'm cooking somehow, somewhere, some way. So if you put these together, if you put those 2 together, you get a block. Essentially. But does it has to be like a vertical block? But then I'd have to cut out this part. Oh, I'd like you to play that song again. Which one? The one that goes Ziploc noises. The weep, weep, boop, wop. Wop, weep. Hold on, I'm getting there. Okay. Well, I guess this doesn't have to be here or here. I'm continuing to go that way because it's the easiest one, but like, what if I went weep, whoop, wop, weep, whoop, wop. Wop, weep. And then I went wee. Does that work? No, that doesn't work. I'm stupid. Hold on. Nope, we're going back. Hi everybody, we're back in the house because I forgot that this has to be, that has to be there. Okay, hold on. We have to touch this, 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 and this. And we have flop, 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 and blop. What are other weird ways you can combine these? Technically that's illegal because that wouldn't work, but if you did this right here, you'd get this weird shape that technically works, but I don't think that works for anything we're doing. So we have basically these 4 directions that we need to cover. So one of these angles is really easy using the 3-piece. How do I use the Weep Wop to do this? There's no good way, is there? Because I think it's meant to be vertical, although it does have the thing, so it could go bop or bwop. As long as it touched. It just has to touch. How do I get to you? How do I use the dot? Okay. How do I do this? If I do this, I put that dot in there so that I have that. Then I'd have to find a way to do... That doesn't work because that has to touch. Okay, hold on. Let's think for a second. If I do... I move that over one and use the dot right there. I don't think I could use the Weep Wop because I'd have to go there and I'd have to go there. And I couldn't capture that one. Okay, so we can't move that over. So if we do... Let's just put it there. That is one piece gone. That one's gone. Now we have basically a V shape. If I did the V there, hold on. If I did a V there, I did this, so it'd essentially be this. Is there a way for... No, there's no way to work that in. Can't do that there. If I do bop, 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 bop. How do I draw that shape? No, that doesn't work. Yes, it does. How do I draw that shape? That has to get cut out. There's no way to flip that around. There has to be a way to flip this around to make it make sense. Where's the spin? How do I rotate you? Rotate. Nothing will ever make sense again. It will. Wait, okay, so if we know that that corner and that corner, what a good Photoshop job. Thank you. Do you want to see it again? Weep. How do I make you make sense? How do I get the shape to shape? Okay, hold on. We're gonna remember this funky little man. Okay, I'm just gonna get the brush. I've already forgotten how the man went. Nope, I remember. We can rotate that shape, however. So if I now take this and then I select it, and we pretend that the grid works perfectly. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. This just doesn't work. I hate this. I hate this game. I hate everything. I hate it all. I hate it. I hate it. I hate you. I hate you, puzzle. I hate you, puzzle, and the fact that there's a solution that I can see and that I cannot enter because this is technically illegal. I can't do it because all of the things require me to do that. I found a solution that doesn't work. I hate it here so much. How do I light it all on fire? 2 zones? Maybe it has to be done in 2 zones. I can make a T shape with these. That. But I don't know if there's a good way to get them to touch. Because I can do that. If we isolate you, well no, if we try to isolate you, you get funky. Plus you then contain one of these. Hold on, if this was here and then we did weep bop boop. I need MS Paint. I need MS Paint again. Hold on, I have ideas. MS Paint time. Okay, so if we ignore everything that I just did and pretend that it all doesn't exist. If we change where we're rotating that piece right there, and we do it like here or here instead, like just for sake of put it here, then we'd have to do weep, wop, whoop, touching it. And then can I pick and then we'll go. No, because it would have to be up there. That doesn't work. That's where, this is the corner now where it screws up. Well, that's if I do it there. If I do, it just has to touch. If I do this, and we do that and that, Can I do this? Does that work? Does that work? Hold on. Okay, so if you... wait, I need my this paint drying up. I have to put that in the other window. Hold on. Hold on. We test this to see if this works. Okay, so we come over here. We go weep, weep, whap. Come across. And we go whap, weep, weep. I think technically that's a... Yes! 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 Good puzzling. Nope. Close MS Paint. Okay, we're good now. Is something draining? Are you draining? You're draining. Into the ominous abyss. It's so peaceful down here and so scary. What if I do this? Okay,
B
so...
weep, B weep, BWAP.
Beep whap, oh whoop whap. What does that mean? Huh? What? Zir, don't do this to me. I think...
I'm over here beeping my boop. I got boops on my beeps right now.
How do I kill Ether? I don't... Hold on. I want you all to know that I am looking at this and going with my gut instinct, and I'm suddenly getting solutions, and I don't know how. Does it just void one of the spots? Oh my god, okay, if you... Okay, nope, this makes sense. I get it now. We're gonna talk about... Okay, so... 3 shape, but we got an empty square, so that means we get 2 shape. 4 shape, but 2 empty shape, we get 2 shape. 4 shape, but empty shape, you get 3 shape. Many shape, but you got 2 empty space. Throw those empty space. I'm pretty sure this would work even if I threw the empty spaces there. It doesn't matter. You get 2 empty spots. I could put it right here. You get 2 empty spots. Grid, 1 empty spot. Technically, the spots that we needed are right here, and that's our empty spot. What the fuck is happening? Can the empty spots be separate? There is only one puzzle in which we can test. No. Empty spots have to be together. Empty spots have to be configured like empty spots are. Okay, that answers some questions, but not others. Can I go down there now? How do I do this again? I need blue and purple. Wait. Wait. What if I just do red and purple because I am lazy? Whee! I want to know what happened over here. Let me off, let me off, let me off, let me off. I'm free. Basement time. Basement's a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we have many shape. Oh god, do we have many shape. Jesus fucking Christ. Why are there so many shapes? Oh god, we have to play Tetris. Hold on. We have a grid that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 5. So we have 30 squares. We have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So there's going to be 2 shapes that are not included somewhere. Somehow, some way. Is it time? This is, okay. Thank you for the stretch, Magma. I could do an albatross with this. Thank you, Zir. Thank you, Zir. And thank you for the water break. And thank you for the blink. Okay, hi everybody. Time to play Tetris. AKA, it's time for MS Paint. Copy to clipboard, paste on clipboard. Move this to an area where I can see it. I should learn how to do a pelican. I'm very afraid of the sentences being said right now, but it's probably fine. Why are there Tetris words birds? I don't know. So none of these are rotatable, so none of these rotate. So we have to find a spot for a 4 tall, which means like this or like that. If we do this here, then we can do a this here, and then we can do a this here, and then we can put a this here, this one here, square here, and then this there. That doesn't seem right. Hold on. Oh, that's because this is too tall. This would be, so you... There's no fucking way that it is... I just need proof that, like, this will, like, get angry at me. Okay. I'm leaving. I don't know what I've done, and I'm upset about it. Does this wire even go anywhere? Is there a point to solving that? I want to go over there. I'm upset. Love the way you looked around in game like there was a hidden camera or something. I mean, you have to check. There's nothing over there to do because we've done... This won't matter. We did blue. Blue has been solved. There's nothing over there to do. Can I do anything with this puzzle, or is it just here to oh no, never mind. There's a new path right here. Except there's not. It's just up here. I'm just upset. I'm just upset. I'm just upset. I just oh. Oh, there's a path right here though. What's this? That's an ominous hanging tree. Second path. Where am I? Pretty. Okay. Can I get over there? How do I get into the there? So this is obviously a way back. How do I get into the there over there? Is that related to whatever is over here? Let me in. How do I get over into the there? Do I have to be up there? Where are we going, video game? Ooh, what's this? This is a box that I can't have, right? That goes to the pits. Look at the pretty flowers, though. It's almost a bisexual flag. They got real close. Okay. Maybe now that I understand shapes, I can go do the other one. I can stand on this lady's head. How the fuck do I get over to red? Oh no. What's up here? Oh. Photo. They're tired. He's gonna fall. Surely nothing went wrong here at all. And that's where one of the things is pointing. Okay. I'm gonna go down again now. Equip Elytra and fly. If only. I would do it though. Ooh. Inside. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I know what this is. Oh no. Oh no, the printer's out of ink again, everybody. This is the worst timeline. Oh god. What if I just make a big old cube? Magenta? No. I almost feel like I could map this out better if I just like could rotate these. So they're on the same side, so I can just... This feels so large, but I'm sure it's purposeful. So what you're not seeing here, T, is that there's actually another beam. So like I can't go past this because that's where the equivalent beam would be moving if it came from the other corner and was moving as a yellow block. Hi, Zier. So there's an invisible one there that is actually real, and okay, nope, I hate it here. I hate it here. This is just MS Paint game for me. This is just, we play the game for like 2 seconds, and then I open up MS Paint, and then I play in MS Paint. Never mind, it's the end of stream. I'm gonna go cry about this. I'm not gonna cry about this one. I might actually go figure this one out of stream hours, and then come back and be like, I found out the answer, but be like the Ancient Aliens gif. It's just aliens. Do you think the solution to this game is aliens? I think the solution to this game is aliens. I just, like, a hunch, I think it's aliens. I think it could be. A little off-stream puzzling. Aliens for sure. So what I'm probably going to do is I will go tackle what this looks like off-stream just so I can figure out a good way to solve this concisely on-stream. And then I will explain to you what I have done. But listen, we made puzzle progress. I might have felt like I was going to run into a wall, but we made puzzle progress, and I'm fine with that. Do I remember how many more puzzles we have to go? No, but I don't know. We'll play this until I get tired of it, and then we'll take a break, and then I'll go play Borderlands, where I don't think at all, and I just shoot people. And then we'll come back to this when I feel like thinking again. What am I supposed to do with the rest of my night? I woke up at noon with no idea of how I got there. I feel like I have so much day left. Do some writing, Clover! Or do something fun for yourself. Do some silly art. Do something lighthearted. Make something good out of food. Do something that makes you happy. But whatever it is, I hope that you guys have a fantastic time zone.
Trato 10 love.
Thank you, Clover. Comfort chatter. Everybody out there, I hope you have a fantastic time zone. I appreciate you guys so very much. You guys are very good people. You guys are doing very good. The world is chaotic. Everything feels horrible, but it will be fine. We will live. We will survive. We will do so many cool things. I believe in all of you. So, take care of yourselves. Drink water. Eat food. Take your meds. Get some sleep. Take a shower. Do everything you gotta do to keep going. Write yourself as Frankenstein. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye!